What's up, guys? Colt Corey here at HBTVS Studios, and I have a quick review of the new short film Chainsaw presented by Eli Roth. So this film is basically a slasher surrounded by a guy named Chainsaw who carries a chainsaw, very original, walks into a carnival funhouse and into the boss's office. The boss basically, thinks that he is the actor that's supposed to be doing it. Maybe he is. It's not really. They haven't really gone into it, but he kind of pushes him. You're late. Get to your spot. Where he then proceeds to actually hack up people that are walking through it. Now, the short is only about 8 minutes, and it's very, very well shot. Now, the gore in this is what stands out the most. There's a little bit of mix of CGI and practical effects, which, CGI isn't, if anybody knows me, they know it's not really my favorite thing in the world. But when it's done right, it's okay, and this is mixed pretty well. And everything is so close up and just really disgusting and slow motion too, so you can actually see the chainsaw ripping through the skin and just tearing chunks out. It's really, really fucking awesome looking, actually. And, there's a few times that made me question that, Eli Roth only is credited as the executive producer, like I said, and he's not credited as a writer, but knowing him as a fan, I have to think that he had some kind of say in the writing of certain scenes, and that's for two reasons. One, I know that Eli is a fan of the movie Funhouse. He really is a big fan of the old school type horror movies like Creepshow and Mother's Day, stuff like that, which one of the reasons I can get behind him, because I can get behind anybody who's a true fan of the art. There was also rumors years ago that he was going to do a remake of Funhouse, which I don't know how true that is or if it's actually going to happen. But, this being a Funhouse setting, I figured it was something that he wanted to do. And the second reason is the movie Pieces. If anybody knows Eli, they know that he is a huge fan of the movie Pieces, as is myself. It's probably my favorite slasher movie of all time. He's mentioned it quite a bit in a lot of interviews that he's done on YouTube and whatnot. And like I said before, there's one scene in the movie where it shows slow motion chopping at the waist. And that scene really resembles another scene from Pieces, which, again, makes me think that he had to have some kind of say in, the writing of that. Or maybe it's just a huge coincidence. Maybe more people like Pieces than I know, but I highly doubt that. Anyways, this is very good. And, people who know Eli Roth are either really big fans of him or they really, really hate him. I'm kind of stuck in the gray area because I'm fans of some of his work, definitely not all of it. But again, one of the things that I think makes me kind of, lean towards him and support him is that he is such a big fan of the old school original horror. I love stuff like that. I think a lot of the modern horror directors get into old school horror, but they don't get as deep as some of the other directors do. Like Adam Green also is another person that I'm a fan of because he is such a fan of other things, but his work again is also hit or miss. Now with Green Inferno coming out recently, Eli's got a lot of negative and positive reviews, but I mean that's neither here nor there. You're going to get that every time a movie comes out. I personally liked Green Inferno. I like the kickback to the old school cannibal movies like Cannibal Ferox, Cannibal Holocaust, all that stuff. And I think that it was a very good slow burn type movie up to the one main scene that is obviously going to happen that people are waiting for, which is just completely brutal. And I think a lot of people weren't prepared for such a long wait for that. Good movie's a good movie in my opinion. I thought it was a pretty good movie. But from everything I've read online, he's got a lot of negative reviews from a lot of haters out there. There's always haters out there. So I think this short film was a good look for him. People have really been anticipating that he does something with the Thanksgiving fake trailer that he made. As am I. I really, really, really hope that gets made into a full length eventually, or even just a short film, because that trailer was one of the best things ever. And again, kicking back to the old school. And, he's gotten a lot of flack over some of the projects that he's been involved with over the last few years. And I think that doing more short films in the future might be a good, direction for his career. It might win him a couple more fans back. Everybody likes shorter stuff that's to the point. Like I like anthology movies. I like everything short and quick and entertaining, and I'm a big fan of short films. So maybe in the future, I would like to see more of him doing short films, which is one of the coolest things about this project, that they claim that over the 48 hours that the film was released to the public, you also get a chance to voice your opinion on what you think Chainsaw's background should be, which means they're going to do more episodes of this. And it's just kind of cool that they're letting the fans, kind of throw their 2 cents out there, what they think the backstory should be and how much more they should delve into it. So I'm anxious to see how the rest of this goes and how it turns out in the coming months and whatnot, because they claim that once it was up for 48 hours, and they claim once it's down that it'll be gone forever. I don't know that that's true. I'm sure some nerd will rip it and put it on YouTube for everybody to see, which it's not me, so I'm cool with it. But yeah, definitely try to check this out in the future. Again, don't know if you'll be able to. If you weren't lucky enough to catch it on the 48 hours that it was live, you may not be able to see it again, because in a hype-up video before it was released, Roth said after 48 hours it's gone forever, but you know how much things change. So, yeah, if you got anything to say about, Chainsaw, what you think of it. Do you think my opinion's right? Do you think it's wrong? Do you think I'm stupid? Do you think my head looks funny? Anything. Go ahead and send us some comments, send us some feedback, let us know what you think, and keep watching horror.